Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. My name's Neil. Welcome to another video. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a great insight into the differences between wholesale travel and retail travel. I'm hopefully going to quash any rumors. I'm going to give it complete open, complete transparency. I just think I need to let you know about me initially. I've been working in the travel industry since the mid 90s. When I left school, I was military. When I left the military after 10 years, I've been in travel since. I've been really lucky. I'm blessed that I've worked and traveled all over the world in the travel industry. And I've created this company here in the UK to hopefully help with all people that want to travel, because retail travel is heavily controlled, heavily manipulated. But for you, the user, what that means is it's getting harder and harder to get the real deals. And what I have is the technology, the know-how, and certainly the experience to help you get better prices, get better choice, and get better vacations all around. One thing I will just say before I get going, there is no sponsorships to this channel. There is no affiliates that I'm asking you to register to. I simply ask for my times and my efforts. You thank the video, or you like the video rather. You maybe subscribe if you feel like our channel is good for you. If you do, that's great. If no, no problem. I will point out, but for the company, a good explanation, again, a further explanation in 7 minutes of what we do is in the pinned description down below. It's register your name and your email. We will then send you a video. If you like what you hear there and you like what you see here, then maybe you can make an appointment to see me or even one of my gurus. So without any further ado, what I want to do now is get right into this video. So the first thing I want to show you is something I've just prepared as like an oversight for you to see. That should come across just to welcome you to who we are and what we do. And all I'd like you to do, if you will, is during this presentation, is just ask yourself, these three questions. Sometimes it's yes and sometimes it's no. Will your family ever travel? Will you ever save money? Will this save you money? And do you and the family deserve it? Again, if the answer is no, it's no. If it's yes, it's yes. It's entirely what suits you, obviously. Now, we all take travels, we all do it to relax, we all want to do it for unwinding. One man's decision or one person's decision for relaxing and unwinding is different for the other, but we do it to disconnect from daily pressures, daily situations, and reconnect with our family and our loved ones. There is a great health benefit to traveling. It has been proven that better than medicines, prescribes and tablets, better for heart conditions, for example, better than a low dose of regular aspirin is an annual vacation. And studies have proven that the average person lives 7 years longer for those that travel more often than not. This is why 99% of clients that I have use our product. Nothing's more important than family. We only do what we do for the times and the days that we do it for our family. Nothing is more important. Nothing takes a priority over the family. And here's the thing, what stops you, what stops anyone from taking more travel? Well, it's either time or money. If we've all got enough money to do it and or enough time to do it, we'll do more of it. For example, those that retire have more time to travel, but they don't always have more money because they're on a fixed income. But those that have got more disposable because they're working, they have less time because they're working. So what we can't help with is the time, but what we can help with is the money. This product cannot be beaten on price for anything with travel other than flights. But at the end of this video, I'll give you a link to a video about flights, another way you can free of charge hack flights. That's at the end of this video. And if you find that useful, you can give me a thumbs up if you wish to. But on this one, if we help you with money and we can help you with all your travel money costs for your villas and your hotels and your resorts and your cruises, we can help you with that, then there's no more excuses. This technology, this product, this license, I don't want to get technical, it's affiliation with the same platform as the public sites. I'll get to that in a second. This has a written guarantee that if anyone ever finds anything cheaper, they will get 110% refunded. That is a fact. This technology, this product, this license has been used by clients for over 20 years now in the States. We've been doing it in the States for many years, more than 3 million users, clean bill of health with very little negativity. But for you, the user, you actually only want to get what you want, when you want, and the best price, right or wrong. I'll say that again. You want to get what you want, when you want, and at the best price. That's exactly what this product delivers. Because when you book your travel, what you're now doing is going into that minefield of spending hour after hour shopping around trying to find the best deal. For those of us that are old enough to remember the internet when it first came out, we know that we could get good deals. But I'm sure we're all aware now that when we shop around and we try and get a better deal, we can be literally running around on the hamster wheel searching for hours. And it has been statistically said that the average person searches 5 to 7 hours per trip trying to find the best deal. And you and I all know that when you actually do spend all that time, the actual price difference for the same, like for like, now the price difference is very small. And actually, who actually has always the best price? The way they catch clients, the way that the retail catch clients is they bring you in with the from up to this saving, from this price. Legally, they only need to sell one at that price. We're not making anything from travel. We're not hooking clients that way. That's not our business program. It's not our model. I'll show you our model in a second. But when you want to travel, it's not clear, it's not concise who has the right price, who has the right choice, who has the right prices. And the fact is that public travel is a grand illusion. And I'm going to justify this. There's two problems, and this is a whole video on itself. But I'm just going to quickly, in a couple of minutes, cover these two problems. I want you to think about these problems. Problem number one. When we shop around in what we innocently think is all these different companies, all these online travel agencies are actually owned by either the Priceline Group or the Expedia Group of companies. Fact. They're not independents. In fact, why is Priceline Group? Why is Expedia Group? Why are they spending so much time and money to buy for multi-millions of pounds all these public travel companies? Yes, to keep control. But more importantly, to make the money, because the commissions, the markup between wholesale and retail is huge. It's 40, 50, 60, 70% markup. That means if you're spending £3,000 a year on travel, 2 grand is paying them. Absolute fact. On accommodations. Flights, as I've said, is different. Flights, again, at the end of this video, you can click a link or you can go on our channel, you subscribe, and you can see there's a video I've got about the best way in 2024 to get the best price for flights. But when it comes to traveling and cruises and villas and hotels and resorts, that's the biggest expense of traveling these days. That's the biggest cost. And that's inflated by 40, 50, 60, 70%. Combine that with this next one. The fact of the matter is that whether the company, we're not part of the Priceline, we're not part of the Expedia Group, we're just not. But we have to conform to this rule. Any company that tries to sell any vacation accommodations, again, cruises, villas, hotels, resorts, if they advertise it publicly, if they advertise it openly, they must all advertise and sell at what's called a price parity rule. If you go online into Google and you search price parity for retail travel, don't take my word for it. Go online and search price parity for retail travel, and it will tell you that travel across the board, accommodations across the board, is kept the same price, and it's said to keep it fair. Well, from a company perspective, if we try to advertise a brand, a name, or a type publicly, we would be shut down with our 40, 50, 60, 70% savings that we can give. We're not allowed to do it. That's why that pinned description, that video link in that pinned description, if you click it, watch it after watching this video or whenever you wish, when you're ready, schedule an appointment with me or one of my gurus, and we can show you live those savings. You will see very quickly how much you can save on this product. And I'm going to give you one quick example. I'm going to have to blank out a bit of information, but I will give you an example. Our membership is not public, it's private. What we do is private access, private usage, wholesale travel. It's the same systems, it's the same reservations. We've got hundreds of millions to choose from. And we'll do that with you on the presentation. I'll get to that in just a second. Because don't take my word for this. The media, if you dig into it, what is the only way to save on travel? You will see the only way is by owning a product, owning something. And what everyone thinks, there's only one way to own, and that's owning things like timeshare and other travel products, which suits very few people. You see, the problem with other travel products, forget choice at this stage. The problem with other travel products is they're very, very, very expensive to buy. They're very, very expensive to every year in fees. Plus, your choice is limited. But just talking of financially, one, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 pounds to buy, plus two, three, 4,000 pounds a year in fees. We've all heard the stories, and then people don't get the trips that they're promised. Our costs much lower, annual fees very low. In fact, our annual fee is zero if you don't use it. We like to say that's round one to us. Round two, you don't use ours, there's nothing to pay. But you can walk away from what we do whenever you want. There's no obligations. It's like a gym membership. If you use a gym, you need a gym membership to make it more financially beneficial to you. If you golf, you need a golf membership. Memberships help if are doing it anyway. Well, if you're traveling anyway, membership works if it's the right membership. Our membership, our ownership, our wholesale travel is the same. Walk away. You don't want to, you can't travel anymore. You don't want to travel. There's no expense and there's no obligation. It's not forced onto anyone in your family. The reason I touched that is I am shocked when in 30 years in travel, I've met hundreds of thousands of clients, of which I see that these products that other people sell, they're locked into it to such a degree that even if they don't want it anymore, they still have to pay their 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 pounds a year in fees. And they're an absolute nightmare to get out of. I can't make this any clearer. Our usage is when you want. There's no obligation, there's no handcuffs, there's no commitments. You do what you want when you want. What we guarantee you, remember, is the cheapest price, and the product will only show you what's live anyway. It's live inventory. Now, the other thing is with other products, because we've got round one for costing definitely goes to us. Round two for flexibility and freedom goes to us. But let's have a look at satisfaction level. Why does every other product, and I'm not going to start getting into names at this stage, but we've all got some heard of these big brands with these big names that are doing multi-millions of pounds worth of membership sales. Why are they all full of negativity? Why have they got all these clients trying to get out of it? Whereas we don't have any of that, nothing. And let's be honest here, right? Bad news travels around the world before good news even gets out of bed. So bad news travels quickly, and there's not one bad thing about our product or our company anywhere. None. Therefore, we like to say that what we do is not only freedom to choose, lower the price, but it's the satisfaction level is evident. The real people that tell you how it works and how it functions are those that use it. That's why we know ours is justifiable compared to others that isn't. And we are simply giving what you're doing anyway, but because it's private access, you get wholesale price on everything. I will let you know, which I touched on before, this technology has been voted as the fastest growing vacation technology company for 19 of the last 20 years. It's got A+ status on the Better Business Bureau. It's been listed in the Inc. 500 magazine. There is 3 million clients that use it. And yes, we have a concierge service. And yes, it's there to help you 24/7 should you want to. Yes, we have offices around the world, but you don't have to use them. Some people want that control, and some people just don't want the time, energy spent. We give you access simply to anything and everything, irrelevant of how often you use. There's no limitations in use. There's no limitations in where you go and how you go. This product gives you access to all parts of travel at the lowest price, guaranteed, other than the flights. Again, everything except you can get flights through our product. But the truth is, as a little hack for you with flights, you can get it through the product. But whenever you book a flight, you should always, in my honest professional opinion, do it direct with the airline, not with a third-party vendor. Because if you do it direct with the airline, you're always protected in the eventuality of a hiccup or of a delay or of a problem. Do it direct with the airline, you're always covered. If you do it with a third-party vendor, a flight, there could be issues, but that's your choice. All I'm saying is genuinely, I wouldn't use, unless the flights I was using were free, and that's another video I'll do in another time. If you want, let me know that in the comments if you want to show you a way of getting free flights, and I can do that with you, or we can do it on a presentation when you come to see us, how we can actually help people get free flights. Keep on track with this one, Neil. For you booking flights that you're paying for, there is that travel hack as another video, which again, I'm going to pin at the end of the video, but also don't forget, you can use your air miles. If you're using air miles or your points with an airline, you can't use that with a third-party vendor. You've got to do that direct with the airline. And that's why my honest professional opinion is you should always do your flights direct with the airline. But when it comes to your cruises and your villas and your hotels and your resorts and your all-inclusive, excuse me, there's a guarantee that if you ever find anything cheaper, you will be refunded 110% of the difference. Very rarely has that ever been taken. I'm not going to say never. Now, this bit I need to be very careful with. There's going to be a little bit of it that's going to be blacked out, but let me just show you something. I'm now going to take you live online. Okay. Now, just for your information, if you go into your web browser and you do tripguruuk.com, this is our home public webpage. You can find out about us here. You can get hold of us on this webpage. This is a public.com site. If you want to work with us, if you want to browse our shop, if you want to see any of the blogs that are on our site, I encourage you, please browse around our tripguru.com, have a look, contact us directly from here if you want to. However, you can, if you want, by the way, if you do click on here in the learn more or in the shop, if you click on the learn more, this is where you can fill in here simply your name and your email, and we will email you a video on an insight of how we get wholesale as well. And after that video, if you feel comfortable with everything you've heard so far, whenever's good for you, book a schedule with either me or one of my gurus at any time that's convenient. And what you can see here in the members side of this is the members can log straight in to the product. Now, this is the problem. Remember, parity price ruling is the issue. We cannot publicly give you this information. That's why I'm going to black out some of this information, but I want to show you something. And if you think it sounds of interest, that's the idea of the presentation, to find more for your travel, giving you specifics on a one-on-one basis between me or my gurus on the travels you're going to do anyway, and quickly see what you'd save anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you something really quickly so you can see. The name, as I say, is going to be blanked out. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you, this is inside the travel product. Okay. As you can see, quickly, because briefly, I don't want this video to be too long, detail, and you can access every name, brand, and star rating of hotels, cruises, cars, your flights. As I said, you can book your flights here. You can book your flights here. But again, I would always recommend directly with the flight company rather than a third-party vendor. You can actually see here, this is the actual savings that we've given our clients so far, £95 million off the retail price. And I'll show you that just quickly in a second. One thing I will say is if people do own other inventory and other products, they can deposit it in here free of charge. So the big fees they're paying makes their product more flexible. Let me show you what I mean. This is not now a PowerPoint. This is live. It's online. It's a real search. And if you decide to come to a presentation, and if it works for you, you decide to have your own ownership with us, that's fine. That's great. This is exactly what you see. Let me be clear here. This is not a sales center. This is not a sales site. This is a user's site. This is a member's site. This is what our clients, this is what I use, this is what our members use. 3 million use this now. It's not trying to get you in it because you can't get in it until you own it. So it's private. The problem with public sites is they use all these tricks and tactics and deceits to get you to use them because they're sales sites, right? That's why, for example, your price on your first page is not always the same price as on the second or third subsequent, or the checkout page. Where did that extra £200 come from, right? Which is not, we all know those stories. My point isn't to criticize everything else. My point is to show you this. Now, imagine this. Imagine I wanted to go, and I'm just picking one example. We'll do this for your trips when you come to our presentation. Today, as you can see with my date in the taskbar, is the 11th of March, 2024. Imagine I was looking for New York today for one night. Oh, sorry, I clicked that wrong. Today for one night. I did that wrong, forgive me. New York, checking in today. It's 3:40 p.m. now here in the UK. So that means in New York, it's what, 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that, 8, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm now using the live technology to simply find what's available. And I'm not asking you to go to New York today. I'm not asking you to make that booking now. What I'm doing is I'm saying, if you did go to New York, now you'll see the names of these places I've got to legally blank out. What I want you to see here is, look, just in New York, instantly for one night, you've got instantly for one night, you've got 339 hotels available. Now, the next thing I want to show you is a trip that you may want to do. Now, you don't have to do it this far out, as I've just showed you. You could make a booking in literally the next few now to book to check in immediately. But what I'm doing is a vacation, a trip, a holiday that most people would like to do. And the reason for this is when you look at our travel product, as I mentioned, it's about getting what you want, when you want, at the right price. Now, while that is searching, this is important to you because while that's searching, what I do want to mention to you, right? I just want to show you that don't forget this is just searching hotels, just New York, just for this date, just hotels, right? There's millions of hotels. There's every cruise, even river cruises, and renting or chartering your own boats, your car hire, houses, apartments, villas, resort weeks. Imagine booking a resort week for you and the family, not per person. Imagine booking a resort week, because this is as well as, and I've just chose Fiji because it's normally on everyone's bucket list and it's expensive. This is why we invite you to the presentation to do specifics that you want to see for the holidays that you want to do. As well as that, look what I need to show you. Now, I've had to blank out the names, but let me show you something. This here is the retail price. This here is the saving. This here is our total price. If I could show you the name, I could. I will show you on a presentation. I will go on a live travel site and I will do a direct comparison to show you. But just to show you, if you look at any public travel product, this particular booking, that's the public price. That's our saving on one trip, because our total with tax is this. That's £3,500 saved if you booked that one. This one, and by the way, that's 51% cheaper, 43% cheaper. Your public price is 5,800. Your savings are 2,500. Again, there's your public site. It's only available on Priceline. That's one thing I love about using this technology is it's honest, it's open, it's transparent. We're telling you exactly what you can save. If you save £800 or £1, it tells you this is the truth. Just so you do know, yes, we can talk about different stars. Yes, we can talk about different price ranges. Yes, we can put in specific names. It's simple. And this is just the hotel side. Don't forget, there's many other sides to this product. Again, I don't make the rules. I have to stick with the rules. And that's why that name is blacked out. I can show you the date and I can show you the saving, but I can't show you which one. Now, what I want to do is say thank you for your time there. I'm going to sign off. As I did mention, what I'm going to put at the end here at the bottom is, sorry, on the video, you can subscribe to the channel, you can like the channel, you can share it with all your friends. We would love you to do that. Thank you very much for your confidence in us. More importantly, that pinned description, please check out that link for your video, another video. And at the end of that video, if you want to, if you feel like what we do works for you, schedule yourself an appointment. You meet me, meet one of my gurus, or watch another one of our videos on the channel. I put them up as I can. I'm not a full-time creator, but I put videos up when I can and when I have the time. Please check on our other videos, check out our website, get in contact with us, drop me an email, let me know if there's any questions you've got any time at all, and I'll gladly assist you. Whatever you decide to do, folks, I can really thank you for your time. Appreciate you I want you to stay safe and please have some really good and happy travels. Be good. Stay safe.